Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press evening podcast for August 2, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. First, tensions between the US and Iran remain high after a decision to delay military strikes, with diplomats working behind the scenes to negotiate a peaceful resolution. In Ceuta, Spain, hundreds of migrants are still stranded after a mass migration event, with local residents providing aid and pushing back against far-right groups seeking to exploit the crisis. Meanwhile, in the world of energy, global markets are navigating short-term geopolitical developments and long-term investment strategies, with natural gas emerging as a focal point for growth and companies prioritizing strategic assets to strengthen supply reliability. As we move forward, it's clear that energy security depends on production capacity, geopolitical stability, and resilient trade routes. That's the way it is. Good night and good luck. And that's the way it is. Good night now. For the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Good evening from our newsroom. I'm Barbara Waters reporting. As we gather here tonight, our thoughts are with the families and loved ones of those affected by the recent events that have unfolded around the world. We've seen a mix of developments, from the strike by WestJet flight attendants in Canada to the vibrant cultural celebration of Fled Chual na Irayon in Belfast and the significant decision by OPEC to increase oil production. The WestJet strike, which began after nearly 11 months of bargaining, highlights the ongoing challenges faced by workers in the airline industry. The union's president, Alia Hussein, emphasized the importance of recognizing the value of cabin crew members' work, and we will continue to monitor this situation as it unfolds. In contrast, the Fled Chual na Irayon festival in Belfast is a testament to the power of culture and tradition. This 8-day celebration of Irish music, with over 1,000 events and competitions, is expected to attract up to 100,000 visitors. As Ireland's only UNESCO City of Music, Belfast provides the fitting backdrop for this world-renowned event. Meanwhile, in the global energy market, OPEC's decision to increase oil production by 500,000 barrels per day for September may have a symbolic impact, but it also paves the way for potential future boosts. This development comes as the world grapples with tightened supplies and rising fuel costs due to conflicts in the Middle East. And finally, our hearts go out to those affected by the devastating plane crash in Peru, which claimed the lives of all on board. As the investigation continues, we will provide updates as more information becomes available. These stories remind us of the complexities and challenges of our global community, but also of the resilience and beauty that exist alongside them. We will continue to bring you balanced and accurate reporting, with a deep understanding of the human impact behind each story. This is Barbara Waters reporting. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. First, tech giant Apple has announced a record quarter, driven by strong sales of its flagship products, but supply chain challenges have raised concerns among investors. The company's services division continues to grow, albeit at a slower pace than expected, and the upcoming leadership transition will be closely watched. In other news, a devastating megafire is sweeping through Greece, forcing evacuations and destroying vast swaths of land. The Greek government has deployed a fleet of planes and helicopters to assist ground forces, but extreme turbulence has hindered aerial efforts. The international community is rallying behind Greece, offering assistance and solidarity in the face of this unprecedented disaster. Lastly, Rocket Lab's stock has yielded an impressive return of approximately 8 times the initial investment over the past 3 years, despite experiencing a brutal drawdown. The company's substantial growth in revenue and expanding backlog have contributed to its success, but the recent acquisition of Iridium Communications has introduced new uncertainties. Investors will be closely watching Rocket Lab's progress and the outcome of the Iridium financing. These stories remind us that, as the saying goes, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Market volatility and global challenges are nothing new, but it's how we respond to them that matters. As we navigate these complex issues, it's essential to maintain a long-term perspective and approach investments with caution, considering both potential benefits and risks. Where do you stay your money on Monday now? For the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Lewis. Firstly, the mystery of Tabby's star continues to fascinate scientists and the public alike, with new observations from the James Webb Space Telescope and the Hubble Space Telescope poised to shed more light on this enigmatic star system. Secondly, researchers have made significant strides in understanding the cosmic dawn, the period marking the emergence of the first stars and galaxies, thanks to the unparalleled sensitivity of the James Webb Space Telescope. Lastly, astronomers have unveiled the true nature of asteroid Nyssa, a trinary asteroid with a tiny moon, providing valuable insights into the formation and evolution of our solar system. These discoveries not only advance our knowledge of the universe, but also underscore the profound connection between humanity and the cosmos, reminding us of the awe-inspiring complexity and beauty that lies beyond our planet. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Speaking to you from the world of sports, this is Howard Closewell reporting. First, we've got a heartwarming glimpse into the relationships of NFL quarterbacks, where we see players like Kirk Cousins, Trevor Lawrence, Tua Tagovailoa, and Kenny Pickett finding success on and off the field with their loving partners by their side. Next, we shift our attention to college basketball, where the basketball tournament is set to crown its 2024 champion. La Familia, a team of Kentucky alumni, will face off against Davis Steel in a winner-take-all title game with a $2 million prize on the line. This matchup promises to be an exciting conclusion to the TBT, pitting a strong alumni roster against a non-alumni team. Lastly, we're looking at the human side of baseball's trade season, where veteran Toronto Blue Jays pitcher Kevin Gausman is preparing for a potential move, regardless of whether he's traded before the MLB deadline or not. Gausman's openness about his experience offers a rare glimpse into the lives of athletes beyond the game, highlighting the personal impact of trade season on players and their families. These stories remind us that beyond the thrill of competition, athletes are individuals with their own struggles, triumphs, and relationships. As we delve into these narratives, we're invited to appreciate the complexities of the sports world and the people who make it so compelling. Tune in to our evening podcast for a deeper dive into these captivating stories, and let's explore the drama of athletic competition together. Tell it like it is, folks. The world of sports is full of fascinating tales waiting to be told. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, in Castletownbere, West Cork, a tragic incident occurred during the Festival of the Seas, where a man lost his life after getting into difficulty in the water. Our thoughts are with the family and friends of the deceased as the community comes together to support them. This incident serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of safety measures and emergency preparedness in coastal communities. Moving on to Norwich, a devastating environmental tragedy has unfolded with hundreds of fish found dead in the River Wensum. The likely cause is attributed to high temperatures, low river flows, and contamination from surface water drainage systems. The community is calling for urgent action to protect the city's waterways, and we join them in emphasizing the need for preserving our natural habitats and creating a more sustainable future. Lastly, in New York City, we've been exploring the evolving world of running culture. With the rise of luxury spending, running has become not just a sport, but a lifestyle and status symbol. High-end performance gear and exclusive social experiences are now the norm, with runners seeking to be part of a community that values style, sophistication, and exclusivity. However, this shift raises questions about whether luxury spending is enhancing the sport or creating a divide between those who can afford high-end gear and those who cannot. These stories highlight the complexities and challenges we face in our communities, from tragedy and environmental concerns to the evolving nature of sports and culture. We'll continue to delve deeper into these topics and bring you more insights in the days ahead. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First off, let's give it up for ABBA, who just debuted their classic hit The Winner Takes It All on the Billboard Global XL US chart at number 98. Their sixth career placement on the ranking. Talk about timeless appeal. But that's not all, folks. Sabrina Carpenter is killing the game with her breakout album Short and Sweet, which just hit a major milestone, 100 weeks on the Billboard 200 chart. This talented singer-songwriter has got a devoted fan base and a knack for crafting infectious pop songs. And if you thought that was impressive, her latest album, Man's Best Friend, is still going strong, reaching new peaks on several Billboard lists. And finally, country star Morgan Wallen is making waves with not one, not two, but 7 hits on the current streaming songs chart. 2 of those tracks are comebacks, Last Night and Cigarettes, which have re-entered the chart at numbers 11 and 15 respectively. It's a combination of his dedicated fan base and the enduring appeal of his music that's driving this resurgence. So what does it all mean? Is this a sign of a shifting musical landscape, or just a blip on the radar? We'll be keeping an eye on these developments and bringing you more analysis in the days to come. For now, it's clear that Morgan Wallen is the one to beat when it comes to streaming success. Face it, darling, the music industry is always evolving, but one thing is for sure, these artists are here to stay. Trust me on this one. Now, for the latest in nature and environment, here is David at Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we looked at how beavers are being reintroduced to the wild in Britain, creating complex wetlands through dams and canals that provide benefits not only to the ecosystem, but also to human society. This nature-based solution is gaining attention as a means to build resilience against droughts and wildfires. Next, we visited a makeshift laboratory in Edinburgh, where a young trainee lawyer has discovered a passion for mycology, using time-lapse photography to capture the mesmerizing growth of fungi from animal faeces. His work showcases the beauty and complexity of these organisms and highlights the importance of taxonomy and biodiversity research. Lastly, we shared the heartwarming story of an injured peregrine falcon's journey back to health and freedom thanks to the dedication of Brinsley Animal Rescue and Leicestershire Wildlife Hospital. This tale serves as a beacon of hope, reminding us that even in the face of adversity, conservation efforts can make a difference and that humans and wildlife can coexist in harmony. These stories inspire us to think creatively about our relationship with the natural world and encourage us to strive for a future where we prioritize conservation, preservation, and cooperation with the environment. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.